Welcome everyone. This is my first live video on my Mariah Monetize. I have another channel, just my first and last name, Mariah Vittoria. My 54-day-long fasting journey. I know I have under 800 subscribers on this channel, just over 700 at this point. But I have one person on. So if you are the person watching this live video right now, you're the first person to ever hop on one of my live videos. So thanks for being here. Now we have two people in the house. Welcome everyone. The markets are closing like traditional stock markets. And so I was really hoping that I could do a screen share on this video and talk about how things are looking, but unfortunately I will not be able to I can't do that. I have to have some software, which I don't have. So I'm just going to be taking your questions and I am going to go over here the price of Bitcoin and the price of other stocks. So if anyone noticed today, there was absolutely the 10 a.m. reversal on the stock market. And I'm going to show you this right now. And if you're wondering what the 10 a.m. or anyone who's followed the market knows that stocks and options will often gap up early in the morning, only to suddenly sell off and reverse into negative territory. By following the 10 a.m. rule, you avoid the risk of the sudden reversal. The stock market is now safe to buy using the 10 a.m. rule. So a lot of people don't even actually start trading the stock market until after 10 a.m. So we actually saw that today. Like if I look at SPY, I'll go ahead and take a look at the 5-minute chart. Today was the 19th. And yeah, so basically the market bottomed at 10:05 a.m. Okay. And then it went up significantly. And then it traded sideways towards the end of the day. So if I take a percentage calculator from the bottom to the top, and I'm really sorry that I'm not screen sharing this, but that's going to come in the future. This is just like my practice first ever live on this channel. And we still have two people in the house, so thanks for being here. Okay, so I have my first question. Thank you for being here, and thank you for asking a question and giving me something to talk about. So what's my favorite altcoin? Okay, so I'm just going to categorize altcoins outside of majors. I think of Bitcoin and Ethereum, I consider those majors. And so my favorite altcoin would be DOT. And I would say DOT because I like the staking rewards aspect to it. I love earning more DOT. I think the project is great. And I also like the fact that it's been my best percentage gain out of all the coins that I have this year. So I started buying DOT around $4.55, I believe. And then I started adding to my position over time. John said, I love your content. Thank you for taking the time to do what you do on here. Awesome. Well, you know what? I actually really enjoy it. And I like doing this because it challenges me. It makes me do more research. It forces me to remember things so that I could share those things with you guys. And so I really hope to continue making content. So happy Friday, everyone. This is the local cheap beer in Puerto Rico. I love it. It's so delicious. Medalla, one of my favorites. So very quickly, this turned into Bitcoin and beer. So I just pointed out that the 10 a.m. reversal on SPY. And so if you look at Bitcoin, and eventually, you guys, I'm going to get some streaming software so that I could screen share. But for now, I wanted to make a video this evening and post it, but I knew I probably wasn't going to have enough time to research and shoot and edit and post. So I just wanted to do a live video. I talked about the 10 a.m. reversal on SPY. And let's see, we also pretty much got it on Bitcoin as well. So let's see, Bitcoin hit its bottom this morning, the local bottom at, 10:10 a.m. So the stock market had its reversal at 10 a.m. Bitcoin did the same thing. SPY jumped 1%, while Bitcoin jumped about 2.25%. And then it started trading sideways, literally the same exact thing. So what I've currently been noticing when it comes to the stock market, and specifically the S&P 500 or SPY, is that during market hours, SPY and Bitcoin, they trade like pretty much the same. There's incredible correlation between SPY and Bitcoin during trading hours. And as soon as like the stock markets close, I'm like, finally, Bitcoin can have a mind of its own and do its own thing. So that's been really exciting to watch. And I'm just like, okay, like, and part of me thinks that that's why it seems like Bitcoin always takes off the most during the weekend, because it's not correlated to stocks and it's not like drugged down by the stock market. So like Bitcoin was on a tear this morning. And then as soon as the stock market opened, like, let me check back here. So let's see, the stock market opened at 9:30. So Bitcoin's like top of the morning was approximately 59,249. That was at 8 a.m. And then, I mean, it did start going down like pre-market hours, but it could have been correlated with pre-market trading. And then it correlated with SPY for the rest of the day. David says, hi, through Nexo in the search bar, I landed on your channel and saw your Instagram account and got a bit confused because you mentioned on Instagram that you reached 10K subs. How come you have 705 now? That's a good question. So this is my second YouTube channel. My first channel is just my first and last name, Mariah Vittoria, and I have 20,000 subscribers on that channel. So this is like the second channel that I put time and effort into, where I talk about finance related things. On my other channel that has 20,000 subscribers, I talked about fasting and exercise and like trying the keto diet and the carnivore diet and different things like that, but mostly fasting content. So if you're interested in that, I did a 54-day long fast in 2018. And that's how you can check it out. So that is the reason why you're confused about my larger channel and then this new channel that I just started. RB ask, will you be going live more often? I hope to be going live more often. And it's kind of fun, you know, like I hope you all have a beer too. I hope you all have a drink as well. And so I hope to be going live more often. I guess I'm inspired through Meet Kevin. I watch a lot of his videos. I actually went through his YouTube course to learn more. And I did a handful of lives on my other channel, but I think it's fun. And there's like this process to making videos where you have to research and then you're trying to say everything correctly. And then you have to edit it and then upload it. And it takes sometimes hours for the video to upload. And so it's kind of nice just to like get something out there and do something live. How do I get to your first channel? I tried to find it, but only landed on this one. Okay, so I am going to type in my search bar my first and last name. I just did that, so you could see my comment there. You might have typed in Victoria, so maybe you couldn't find it. Especially if you type in like Mariah Vittoria fasting, you'll definitely find it, but maybe I could just add a link here. Let me see. Let me see if I could just add a link to my other channel. So yeah, my other channel has over 20,000
50 days ago, I started
subscribers. So I will go ahead and add that. Does anyone have any questions here about, like, I know I've been talking about like stocks and Bitcoin and the correlation that we've seen. I'm excited because I think that Bitcoin is going to just do some really fun stuff over the weekend. I'm looking here at the 5-minute chart, which is sort of trading sideways. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. So I think we could see some pullback like the next few hours, but like overall, I think this weekend is going to be incredible for Bitcoin. I think we're definitely going past 61,000. My prediction is that, awesome. Glad you found my other channel. My prediction is that I think we are going to see mid $70,000 range for Bitcoin. Let's see, it's the 19th. Likely to happen in 30 days. I'm going to say like 45 days tops to see Bitcoin in the mid $70,000 range. So if you're here, I would appreciate if you could hit that thumbs up button so I can so that I can get a few more people watching, and you could help me get the YouTube algorithm on my side. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. I just went over to my other browser so I could like my own video, because I do like my own video. We just had 9 people and we just lost someone. So I'm super willing to answer any questions that people have, anything financial related. Like, I know I'm making a lot of videos obviously about cryptocurrency, but just so you guys like kind of understand, my background includes things like I used to do sweepstaking. So from ages like 15 to 20 or 21, I used to win cars and cash, trips. I used to win concerts, like every concert you could possibly think of, backstage passes. If I could sell something, I would. I won 5 cars, including one on The Price is Right. The car that I drive today is a car that I won on The Price is Right. I won a motorcycle. I also, after that, I took basically all the cars that I had won, I sold them. And then I started a food truck business. I did that for like 4 or 5 years. So I went to fairs up and down California, selling like funnel cakes, corn dogs. I was on this show called Carnival Eats. And so I love food service. I don't think I ever want to get back into food service, but it taught me a lot. And so that's like my background, right? I have the sweepstaking background. I have the food truck business background. I've always I love the challenge of earning money. And that's one of the reasons why I created this channel. I guess it's kind of a good time, since no one's asking questions, to get into like my why of what I'm doing this. I think that people work way too hard. I don't think that they enjoy life as much as they should. And I think that people need to retire sooner, and people think they need like millions and millions to retire. But if you're smart and you're conservative, I think that you can retire a lot sooner than that. I think people need to learn how to get their money to work for them. And through this channel, I really want to teach people how to do that so that people can just enjoy their life more. Like, I was so incredibly motivated when I used to research and read all the time, like, what are things that people regret the most? Like, what do people regret on their deathbed? And one of those things is people wish they wouldn't have worked so hard. And people also wish they would have spent more time with their family and friends. So it's been really hard over the past 3 years that I haven't done anything, right? I sold my business. I moved to Puerto Rico. I've really had like no job in a sense. It's been kind of hard to accept that. And at first, like, I felt insecure about that. And when people asked what I did for a living, it was like the worst question ever. But like, now I am totally okay to be like, I do nothing. I hang out with my friends. I make YouTube videos when I feel like it. I get to live this really cool life. And for that, I am unbelievably grateful. You're way smarter about money than I was at your age. Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was always really intrigued with money. And it was because I would ask my parents to buy me something, and they always said no. Even if it was like a $12 board game, like I wanted Monopoly Junior so bad, and they always said no. So I've always been super intrigued with the challenge of earning money. And that's the reason why I basically was able to like not work after the age of 24. And so I really enjoy the challenge of making money and just getting money to work for you. In regards to crypto, if we see a huge dip like in early 2018, do you think it will be another 3 years until the next bull run? Or has this latest bull injected more confidence into the crypto market? Okay, so Mark, this is my thought process. My thought process is that, okay, so let me go ahead really quickly and figure out what the percentage was, right? We saw Bitcoin go from $20,000 down to 3,500. So I'm just trying to figure out a really quick way to make sure I have this calculation accurate. So from 20,000 down to about 3,500 was an 82% correction. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think an 82% correction is as likely. I think a 60%, 50, 60, 65, I think that's still possible. It's very different this time because retail is so different than retail is just so different than like hedge funds coming in and the institutional investing. It feels so different. It's just a completely different ballgame. So I think that the correction, like the 30% swings, will still remain, but those big excessive ones, I'm not really sure. It's hard to say because we're so early in the crypto space, and Bitcoin's been around for 12 years now, approximately. To see, like, all we've seen is 1 year of like bull runs and then 3 years of bear runs. So I don't know if that trend's going to continue. I think there's a possibility that this bull run could last longer, right? Like we look at something like the S&P 500, which is in a bull market for years, right? And the pullbacks don't necessarily last as long, at least like in the recent years. So I think that the markets are just going to mature over time and we won't see it as much. John said, I newly got into trading crypto and was wondering if you had any tips, advice for what your portfolio breakdown should look like percentage-wise. Trying to create a portfolio that I love. Oh my God, yes. That makes me so happy. If you're here and you want to give a thumbs up, I'm really impressed that we have 13 people on right now. That makes me really happy. On my other channel that has like 20,000 subscribers, it would be like huge to have 40. So I'm like really happy with these numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and read over to you right now the percentage of my portfolio that I have right now. Okay, so this is taking into account crypto. So outside of this, I have maybe like I would say $40,000 to $50,000 in cash, marijuana stocks, penny stocks, and I think that's it. Okay, right now my BTC holding is 74%. My Ethereum holding is 16%. Okay, so I do have my USD in here. My USD is 2%, and my altcoin is 8%. So Bitcoin is definitely what I'm most exposed to right now. Yeah, let me just make some adjustments here. I think it's going to pretty much stay the same once I make these adjustments, but I made a mistake here. Yeah, Bitcoin's not worth 5,800. It's worth 58,000. So yeah, the numbers that I just gave you guys, that's like, that's a breakdown of my percentage portfolio. I can't say that I like went into it. If you guys have a drink, make sure to cheers. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Cheers to the freaking weekend. I can't say that I went into my portfolio with like hardcore things like, okay, I want to have this percentage of Bitcoin and this percentage of Ethereum. I kind of just buy when I feel is right, when things look good. Obviously, Ethereum has been losing significantly against Bitcoin, and so I'm taking that into consideration. But I never went into it thinking like, okay, I want to have this exact amount of Bitcoin percentage-wise, this amount of Ethereum. 1 second. I'm answering a FaceTime call. I'm doing a YouTube live right now. Oh no, I can't hear you. This is not good. Do you have, hold on. Just hold on 1 second. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to hear you. This is not good. Hold on. Let me turn my Bluetooth off. Okay, maybe I can hear you now.
Oh, I can hear you so much better too. It must have been connected to your AirPods.
Okay, do you want to say hi to my YouTube friends?
I do.
All right. This is my friend Melissa back in California.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, I'm answering questions about Bitcoin right now. Answering questions to the people, but I will call you afterwards.
Perfect. You go get it.
This is my first ever YouTube live on my financial channel.
Look at me, and I'm present. I'm so happy to be here for you.
You made an appearance.
I'm excited to see the comments.
Cheers.
Love you lots, and take another sip for me.
Get a drink. Cheers to the weekend.
Cheers to the weekend.
All right, bye. Okay, sorry. I thought that would be fun. Okay, let's see here. So you asked about my portfolio, trying to create a portfolio that you love. This is the thing. I am really okay with seeing massive swings in my cryptocurrency portfolio. Like I am totally okay with that. I'm cool with it, bother me. So that's one thing you need to take into consideration. If you're someone that is going to like freak out when you lose like 50%, you have to really take that into consideration. David asks, what got me into crypto? Okay, so here is a story, a funny story. There was this company called Airbit Club. Okay. I don't know if they're still around, to be completely honest with you, but I should have checked because I had a bunch of money sitting in that account that I couldn't withdraw. So you know how the story's going to go, right? I got into the company. I didn't know anything about Bitcoin. Like it took me so long to like wrap my mind around it, right? But what I saw was my friend put in money to this system, okay, multi-level marketing bullshit pyramid scheme, okay? And she was getting money daily. And I'm like, that's what I'm looking for. I was in my food truck business. I was looking for passive income. I saw that and I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm in. I didn't understand Bitcoin. I just didn't understand it. So I invested that way. And then I quickly realized, so basically you gave this club your money. They said they were trading your Bitcoin. I doubt that ever happened. It was a pyramid scheme. If you brought in people, you got a piece of the pie. So basically what happened was I just realized that I need to start buying Bitcoin myself because I started looking at the price of Bitcoin in relationship to the return that I was getting on my money that I put into this club. And so what I did was I just started buying Bitcoin. And then the more that I learned, the more I realized that like Airbit Club was a complete scam, right? I mean, I have like $50,000 or $60,000 sitting in there that I'll never get back. So once I realized that, I just started buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies myself. And then I saw Ethereum. It went from like $14 or $15 down to $7. And I'm like, well, people say, like buy low, sell high. I'm like, well, this is a low situation. It's half of what it used to be. And I had the feeling to dump my entire savings account into Ethereum when it was $7. That turned out to be one of the best decisions I had ever made. Ollie Dale, you're an inspiration. Thanks. We got a hello to Melissa. Mark, thanks for answering. My last question. If you were to pull out of crypto temporarily, would you transfer to a holding coin like Tether or transfer it to your local currency? I would not use Tether. I would use USDC, which is, I believe, it's Coinbase's stable coin, right? So it's 1-to-1 with the dollar. I trust USDC over Tether. I would transfer it to that, and then I would start getting interest on it with either BlockFi or Nexo. I would also consider buying more Nexo tokens so that I can get the interest rate on my loan down and also start earning more on the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that I do not have up as collateral. I completely feel the same way as you when you talked about it in your video and not being scared of losing big because there's more to life. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer. No problem. Yeah, so I think what you're referring to is in one of my videos, I talked about my risk tolerance level is not afraid to be homeless. And that's just because like I'm all about living a very simple life. Like I don't want my phone to ring too often, like business-wise or anything that's not fun. Like I want my friends and I want my family to be the only people that call my phone just to talk and catch up. David, interesting how you got pulled into a pyramid scheme. Ever heard of CoffeeZilla? He exposes scammers that run those schemes. Okay, gosh, my friend I think told me about CoffeeZilla like a few months back. Oh, probably over 6 months ago, actually. And I would love that. I think that, so like I am like such a target when it comes to people that do MLMs. I get messages in my inbox all the time and I get really frustrated, but I have been suckered into way too many of those, way too many. And I just like not anymore. So, I mean, I probably have lost like over 40 Bitcoins to scams. So that's something, I lost them in 2017. So it just felt like a few 100,000, but now it's worth millions. So that's always fun. But it's just like, this is the thing. Like if I can laugh about losing 40 Bitcoin, okay, then like I can laugh about losing everything, right? And that's the thing. Like you just have to move on. It's like you can't just sit around dwelling in the past of what you lost. Like you have to focus on, getting what you want. So yeah, I've been on here for 25 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am really happy to see 14 of your faces on here. Well, I can't really see your faces unless you're commenting, but I'm really happy to see as many people on here. I'm going to take a quick look at Bitcoin before. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We are at $59,400. That is beautiful. That is excellent. And why is that? Why is that? Let's see here. Okay, let me take a look. Oh, maybe because the stock market closed. Oh, look at this, guys. This is really important to pay attention to. And I am going to pay attention to this every day moving forward. I'm going to start paying attention to the price of Bitcoin at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Because what started happening at 4 p.m. Eastern time? Bitcoin doesn't have to correlate with SPY. It doesn't have to. It can do its own thing. So what's Bitcoin doing right now? Bitcoin's living its best life, doing its own thing, breaking out right now, headed to 60,000 because the stock market closed. So what have we learned? The stock market is not good for Bitcoin, like during trading hours. I think I used to get excited for the stock market to open, and now I think I'm going to dread it every single day. Every single day. Amazing. I enjoy your daily videos and the way you explain things. I'm going to get my wife to watch you too. Awesome. Cool. Bring your wife on board. We have 19 people, you guys. This is awesome. Sorry. I am driven by numbers. I think it's fun, right? So Bitcoin has changed direction on the 5-minute chart. Let's go and see how the hourly is doing. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. It's going to be a good Friday, you guys. I think it's going to be a good Friday. If it's not going to be a good Friday, it's going to be a heck of a weekend. Cool. So I enjoyed my time with you guys. I've been on here for almost 27 minutes. I am going to finish my drink before it gets cold. I mean, hot. Sorry, I'm not having soup right now. So going to enjoy my Friday evening, and I hope you all do the same. Do something fun. Let's see. Stock market traders are bearish right now. Yeah, I know, right? And I mean, stock market traders are bearish right now. I guess I don't really follow that many people that talk about the stock market, to be honest with you. So I can't really say much about that. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. On your way out, if you could hit that thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it, so that more people will see this video. So that's all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.